17. I've heard, I've cried, and way too much to drink. I've heard him, I've cried, and way. Hold me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's our visiting team and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team coming off a much-needed victory last week after 4 defeats to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the coach of the home team. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback in his 4th NFL campaign.
I give this guy a lot of credit, Mike. He was very upfront and honest, not only with us, but with his teammates. That last week, it was just not up to the standard that they expect around that building. And even though they were able to win and overcome some of those bad interceptions, if they want to continue to give themselves a chance week in and week out to win in the NFL, they're going to need more production out of that quarterback position.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. This one, fielded out beyond the 25. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. And he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the 1 interception. So a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly, the entire offense. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team. Automatic 1st down.
You got time.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
The drive will start on the ground, and he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
from the 50. He'll set up to throw. Moving left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. When you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and
He'll
goal.
keep this himself. A second effort, and he is in.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Good. Makes the score. Visitors 7. Our home team, nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. Moving the tight end right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. They get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now second and 6.
He'll drop the throw. He fires downfield for Pitts. And the visitors are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that love throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who are very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Throwing now on third and long. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good shot separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. Here's the punter now, and John to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The whole team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. Here's a first carry for the running back. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. With that, I'm going to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. One of the tight ends in motion right. Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
Defense.
That might make this a first down. Back to the ground after the penalty. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's now third down and 9 yards.
One of the tight ends motions right. On third down, they'll throw from the gun.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10. A modest game, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Stick with him again. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Third and 11. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A tough spot here. Third and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
Pass interference.
That might
Defense.
make this a first down. Blown back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 10.
Now this time they'll look to... That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Back to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He needed 13 and got 14 for the first down. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more practice to score touchdowns. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Throw on the run is complete, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup, and that will be a first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it's third down.
They'll throw out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13.
At their own 13-yard line.
Motion man is the tight end going right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On comes the punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Finding space inside the 40. And he is out of bounds. Marking at the 25. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
24-yard line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Quick throw here is complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop.
9-yard line.
Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short.
And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming
The
up.
tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Loss of a yard.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle.
Makes the score.
And the visitors go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
That's good.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
35-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down mark. And that's a pick up at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a give up the middle. And that'll be a gain of 2. And a first down.
And a first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third down, we'll try to get it on the ground. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. And now the punting unit will come on as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Going up top. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thank you. The rain, as you see, still coming down in sheets. We'll see how the coaching staffs adjust to the weather here in the second half. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
27-yard line.
He'll look to throw here on first down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run now on 2nd down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble. They give them a new set of down.
First down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
4th down and 1.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the visitors add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up 1st down. So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At their own 14-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
He'll drop to throw.
13-yard line.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall. After suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left. And for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
At the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. His drive will start on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
That's good for a first down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry. They'll stay on the ground. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better. I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter begins on the ground.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. They were to kick this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. This could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many people around the league were expecting them to come in here and win, but they are on the verge of doing just that. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
To number 44. 4 yards on the pickup.
Up the middle they go. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down, they need 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll give on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and
2nd down, zone read, and he keeps it. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Back at the 10-yard line.
It is 3rd and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And they're getting closer to a 2nd win on the season. All they got to do is hold on here, and a good drive right now would help. They'll start at 1st and 10. Oh, what a throw. Swinging it across his body and complete.
And a 1st down. A gain of 12. And a 1st down.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain there of 11. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be...
And he'll get into the end zone! Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Our home team 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Gain of 11. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard
Throwing
line.
now on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll send a man in motion left. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. That is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the visitors are going to extend their lead.
Visitors 27. Our home team 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And a decent return there to get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now, faking the give. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Number 41. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
for a third time today, he's intercepted. He gets free. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the visitors stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Boom! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot to get in the end zone. This drive will begin with first down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll begin here on the ground. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So it's a win for our visitors. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.